Hello, my name is Nick Coffey. Welcome to this channel here, and welcome to this video at the same time, wherever you are watching here through the link or whatever source that you have. Okay, as I said, it's Nick Coffey here, Thursday the 21st of October 2021. So, yeah, I would say it's a little bit cold in the studio here, 18.1 degrees Celsius on that particular note. It's a 5 to 8. Instead of my normal show, or our normal show that we normally do with Nick Coffey and Julian Spoons, of course, instead I thought I'd do a video. Maybe I'll premiere it later on and get interactive with the chat as well. And feel free to chat if you are watching on the premiere, sort of movie premiere kind of basis thing, because we have a chat below if you really fancy watching it. But if you're not watching it on that and watching it on normal video mode, please put a comment down if you feel like you want to. So, 3 sections of this video here, something really fascinating here. It's not an illusion, it's not a magic trick or anything like that. What it is 3 sections here. First of all, the section number 1 is going to be about this disused pub and venue, and it used to be something completely of something that we don't often have these days, unless you are in a big city of some kind. But yes, disused pub and restaurant it used to be. Find out a little bit more in the first section of this video in just a bit. But of course the second section will be the 3 chip shop review. Benny's, Smart and Chippies, all in Haverhill in Suffolk, and all different sections of Haverhill. Okay, so Benny's being at the High Street, just to remind you on that, that's review number 1, and that's one end of the High Street. By the way, you can check them out on Google Map for more details. And the other side of the High Street of Haverhill is Smart. Some people say we've got to have a smart idea, and we've chosen that for a review. And of course that review is number 2, Smart Chip Shop. It is also a fish and chip shop. All of them are, but of course we are just focusing primarily on the chips. Okay, review number 3. Okay, yes, number 3, review 3, will be, of course, the final one, and in Strasbourg Square. Try and say that when you're saying it fast. And not the mobile van review, which we'll do probably later on, but, of course, the chip shop only review. 3 of them in Haverhill, and we're talking about on the 3rd review of Chippies. Make sure you check out the reviews, which is coming up in the next section of our video today. I just wanted to say Smart is in the other side, or on the other side of the High Street, next to Queen Street. Again, if you want to check out Google Map, then feel free to do so. Right, okay, that's the 3 reviews. I remind you yet again, review number 1, Benny's. Review number 2, Smart Chip Shop. And review number 3, which is, of course, the Chippies at Strasbourg Square of Haverhill in Suffolk. Right, it's time to go to section 1, but one more last thing before we head there. Section 3 is an exclusive bonus, so you won't find out the official review until the end of the programme, so you've got to hang on for a little bit. But before we take you there, there is another bonus video of the area of Strasbourg Square, just after I finish the review of the final one. Okay, so you won't get the final review until the end of the programme. Okay, so remember where you see it. Hello and welcome to this special video here. It's not about Haverhill this time. Well, in a way it is, and in a way it isn't. Or in a way it isn't. Actually, it's, of course, something very close to relevance of Haverhill. So this time, of course, it is rating the best 3 chip shops. There are more chip shops in Haverhill, but of course 3 of them that we're going to pick. One of our favourites out of Benny's Barbecue, Smart, which is on the other side of the Haverhill High Street in that direction. Well, opposite to what you're watching, it probably be that direction. I don't know, but it's definitely down where I'm actually sitting from. Okay, so I'm going to actually show you what the Benny's barbecue chips look like. I've got sausage and batter, for example, so let's take a look. So these chips here are one of many here that I'd like to try out, and so far these are pretty good, I would say. Yeah, only get 2 more to go, Smart and Chilston Chippy. And now for rate of chips part number 2. This time it's Smart, okay? So there you go, there's my bag of chips here. Yeah, these chips taste alright to me. Just give you an example. I would say they're yellowy and quite tasty, to be fair, you know. Usually they are sort of large in proportion, as I said. But as the shop people in the chip shop actually said, they put some salt. They offered salt and vinegar actually, and they said they put it on there. They offered for me to put sauces on there, but of course I've got my own. But anyway, yeah, we'll do the reveal at the end of the programme. Okay, thank you very much. Tastes quite nice, actually. Right, it's taste testing review time of chips only. Of course, for now, we'll just keep at the chips here as I attempt to eat what is now a cold chip and the rest of them to follow. But of course, you can see how yellow it is. I do like the yellow sort of standard of this portion of chips that they have at this chip shop. And what I do like is the extra sauce to go with it, because I think it's very sweet taste. I prefer the sweet taste than the other sort of burger sauce personally, although the other sauce isn't too bad for some sort of places that do have them, but I don't like when they change them. I hope I'm not going to offend any chip shop by saying that, but of course if they keep to the sweet ones, of course they have my full marks. Having already done a video review of Chilston chip shop here at Strasbourg Square, where I'm stood now, the chip shop itself has actually closed for the day. Over on this area here used to be the middle school. Now let's show you exactly what it looks like now. Completely nothing. So there's not really much to see apart from a lot of rubble here, and I can actually remember where the playing fields used to be. Amazing stuff. But we've got still a nice greenery area there. So just imagine the school used to be built just behind the trees there. I might come here again and do a live at some stage. There's the car park of course you can see it in the distance, although it looks very dark on my screen, but it is the Tesco's car park there. There's a playing football field for anyone who wants to play football here. Definitely worth coming down here. And there's a basketball court here. All the sun's out here, nice here. I can remember coming down here last time and my eyes were blurred. I literally couldn't see my live stream at the time, because I did a live stream before, and at the time it was on StreamYard, and the quality on StreamYard isn't great, so it's actually much better on direct than it is on StreamYard if you are to do live walks like this, although in some parts it can be a bit dodgy on direct stream as well. But yeah, that's the main football pitch. It hasn't got no lines to it, but it's definitely worth checking out. And that's the back of the eye clinic where I had my diabetic eye clinic. I got the all clear from the NHS, but of course it was quite unusual having drops in your eyes and quite blurry on that particular note. hopefully not the picture is that, in other words, hopefully the picture is not blurry on that kind of thing. Half of the time I don't know really what I'm talking about, but of course, yeah, here lies the actual pitch itself. I'm going to head down towards the town because it's the quickest way from here to get to the town, especially if you was to get off early at the bus stop where I literally got off earlier, which is literally behind me actually, in that direction. And of course it is number 15 or 14, I think, comes down Millfields Way, but it doesn't go down that way in the number 14. That's the Stevenson's one from Haverhill to Bury. A bit of tourist information for you there. It's quite a muddy sort of ground here. You can see a little bit of the mud here, can't you see that? What I don't get on these videos here is that a flick camera, which basically means I've got to keep stopping the film each time I flick the camera. So yeah, that's the only difference here. The sun is gorgeous out here. It is when it's coming out, but when it goes in, it's absolutely awful. But anyway, I'm going to walk past the car park. You'll see in a little bit, of course, the fantastic view of the St Mary's Church from here as well, which is where we're going to end this walk today. Just imagine what that view must look like when it's in the summer more. But it feels like, in a way, it is quite gorgeous, even the weather in October at the moment. On some days it has been, and some days it's been a bit wet. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up as per usual, and you know, let us know what you think down in the comments below. That's the useful free place to do so. From myself, Nick Coffee, and of course it's just been me today on this solo quick kind of edit of the kind of like area that I have been in today. Thought I'd show it because the sun is literally shining through these trees, really begging to get through to my face and warm me up. And hopefully the video has warmed you up. Okay, take care till next time. Right, it's review time now, and of course, if I was to give a mark out of 10 out of all of them, because remember I did them on different days, as you probably saw, because of the weather was different on each day. So yeah, review 1, I remind you, was Benny's in Haverhill, in one end of the high street of Haverhill, and the other high street version was the other end of the town, which being Smart. And of course Chippy's was the third review of Strasbourg Square, not the London version, by the way. Easy to get mixed up with that. And try and say Strasbourg, of course, when you're drunk, or just, you know, doing it really, really fast. Boy, it is a job. At least I'm here in the warm, and don't get offended by my white hat there. Anyway, that's another thing altogether. So yeah, to reveal them all, you're all waiting for the answer, but actually the answer I'm looking for was actually hoping to get my favourite one. But of course I'm going to have to review, because I live in the area and I don't want to offend any chip shop because they probably know me. But I would like to say that, of course, all of them have been fantastic. All of them have been hot, obviously, on the first go. But my particular one was Chiltern, because I like the special sauce on it. It was very, very sweet taste. I do like that on chips. And also Benny's do it. and there's a difference between the two. Obviously, Chiltern chips are £2 currently here in 2021, and they don't charge for the extra sauce. Whereas Benny's, if you was to buy a bag of chips, they want 20p extra for the sauce. And Smart, of course, they don't charge for the extra sauce on their chips. So they're all doing different things. And Smart, you get more for your money, but they're not always that great. But, you know, they weren't bad. You know, they were a little bit on the salty side because I think they put a lot of salt in it and maybe too much vinegar as well. But of course, I don't mind vinegar and salt now and again, but of course, when it's too salty, they are too salty. But yeah, I, you know, find it very difficult to choose out of the three of them personally. So I'm going to give them all a mark out of 10, and I think it's very close. Pretty much, I'm going to give them all a 7 out of 10. How about that? You know, you can't go fairer than that. I think, you know, it's very, very close out of the three of them. And although I did them on separate days, it was quite extraordinary to taste them all. I prefer the yellowy ones best, but of course it's only a review for any chip shop watching now who may be listening to this or watching this. Could be an improvement for next time if, you know, they have their off days. All chip shops have their off days and they have their good days as well. So you can always learn to make them better for next time if they are on the bad side. So you take the good out of the bad, if you sort of know what I'm talking about. But that's only a review. All of them were fantastic. As I know most of them around the Haverhill, I'm only going to have to say all of them were good. 7 out of 10 for all of them isn't bad. So, yeah, you thought one was going to be better than the other. Perhaps I would do one out of my town to do a better rating. Maybe in Bury St Edmunds next time. We'll see how it goes. Everywhere I've been locally so far. That'd be a good taste, wouldn't it? Or taste test. Or review, if you like. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've liked all the video today. And do rate the video and give it a thumbs up. And yeah, make sure you hit that 7 thumbs up, or maybe even get more thumbs up. And rate this video out of 10. Hopefully not a 7. Hopefully a bit higher, if you could. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to try and put the heating on now because we have got some gas. Anyway, on that same note, I will leave it on that. Yeah, I shouldn't tell anyone else about my warm electric. Well, it's not mine. It's actually belonging to somebody else. But yeah, I'll leave it on that note. I won't say anything there. Mum's the word. Okay, catch you all later. Bye for now.